What happens when a work of art goes unseen, unexperienced? Using SteamDB, we can look at the games currently on sale. By selecting games with 0 to 1 reviews, it spits out a list. Games lost in the void. Games no one has played. Now, we all have personal flaws. Some of us have more than others. I'm looking at you, Jeff. And it's rare that an opportunity to challenge these flaws comes along. Black Circle is that opportunity. My failing is that I'm a man of great impatience, and Black Circle forced me to confront this in a way that I was frankly not prepared for at all. Upon opening up the game, it welcomes you in softly. Levels pass by with ease. Then you get bodied by level f***ing 10, pile drived into the ground, your head repeatedly stomped until your vision starts to fade, till all hope fades. Don't dare press left click before waiting. Appreciate the passage of time. If you fail to do so, Black Circle will know, and you will be punished. I was punished for many, many, many long minutes. Before I finally showed some minimal character growth and learnt my goddamn lesson. Overall, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Maybe punishment is good actually? Also, how the heck they put 1,200 levels in this? That's the most levels I've ever seen. The heck? Okay, so after that I really need a break. Something light-hearted. Oh, how about this Indiana Jones looking game? You run around picking up treasure without considering the cultural harm and the sociological impacts of my actions? Sure, why not? Gold Rush is a game where you play as Indiana Bones, a man who likes stealing other people's stuff almost as much as he likes smashing purse. Gold Rush is a game about doing a bunch of stuff while you wait for your little dopamine hit. A chance to yell out your iconic catchphrase once more. Another treasure in the collection. Another treasure in the collection. Another treasure in the collection. If there are any game studios looking for a voice actor, then I'm available. No, seriously, I'm very low on cash right now and will do anything. Unless it's a porn game. Well, unless it's a porn game that pays well. Am I right? Am I right? Gold Rush is a game where you click on stuff and solve very simple puzzles. Like pressing a button, and then walking over to another button, and pressing that, and then walking over to another button, and pressing that. And you walk over to a lever, and then using that allows you to walk over to another button. And you can press that, and then you can walk over to another button. Gold Rush is a game that is braver than any AAA game, because it isn't scared to make spikes, fire, and big rocks harmless little obstacles that don't kill you at all. Wait, what? Gold Rush is a game that is lucky enough to be one of the games on the list of all games of all time. Another treasure in the collection. 11 out of 10. Last year, the heavens opened up and down flew a little game called Vampire Survivors. At which point, indie devs everywhere, stricken with awe and overcome by the majesty of the game, decided that they too deserved a little bit of that dollar. They then proceeded to make 1 million exact carbon copies of the game with very little creative edge. So with that in mind, I am blessed to present to you Keep Killing. Are you one of the handful of people on the planet who wanted to play Vampire Survivors but didn't have the insane £3.99 in your bank account to spend on it? Well, have I got the game for you? For a mere 71p, you too can play Vampire Survivors. Sure, it doesn't really work very well and has like 0 content and has a bunch of mechanics that don't really make any sense, but it is a video game that you can download and play right now, which can't be said for every video game. Cough, cough, wish us kickbasters on Steam right now, cough, cough. That was weird. I had some self-promotion stuck in my throat. Don't know how that got there. Can you die from this? Maybe I should call the doctor. Anyway, what was I saying? Ah yes, Keep Killing. It's certainly a game. Vampire Survivors on steroids, if steroids did the opposite of what they do now. Still, I had an alright time. You may have thought that after that game, I would have had enough of Vampire Survivors clones. But if this video has taught us anything, it's that I am a glutton for punishment. Let's fight! Box is named so because of your innovative character design, where other games would attempt to fill in all the details for you. Let's fight! Box asks you to invoke your imagination to bridge the gap between game and player. When your sense of self is truly lost to the box, you're able to begin playing the game properly. Where it really mixes up the formula though, is the boss battles, which occur after you survive a certain amount of time. During the boss battles you can no longer shoot and must focus purely on dodging incoming damage. The issue here though is that the difficulty is kinda off the charts. Without considerable time investment, it feels nigh impossible to beat even the first boss. Overall, though, I'd say this is the best of the bunch of games I've played so far, but it could still do with some work. This game sits in the survivors genre, Vampire Survivors, etc., that manages to do its own thing, which I've not seen other games do. By having a separate boss battle, bullet hell sections, it flips from you being in control to you being on the back foot, which is kind of fun. Back in the 90s, 80s? 70s, Space Invaders splashed onto all our screens at the arcades. Well, not mine, or probably yours, because we weren't born yet. But the boomers really went wild for this thing. Space Jumps seeks to bring the retro joys of Space Invaders to a modern audience, and in an attempt to modernize the game, it brings some innovations to the concept. Space Jump's first innovation challenges our perception of games as a genre. It asks us to question our understanding of gameplay by choosing to add almost unbearable levels of screen wobble. The game makes the challenge not one of gameplay, but instead one of endurance. How many levels can you beat before reflexively throwing up all over your monitor? Another branch of its artistic message is to question the state and the laws that we embrace, specifically copyright law, by putting screenshots in from the 1982 movie Blade Runner without any context. It faces up to the system that we all live in. The game does actually have a few nice changes from the Space Invaders formula though, which did make it enjoyable to play for at least a little bit. The game basically played like this. You shoot one space bad guy at a time, hoping they'll spawn a floating green ring. This green ring sends out a message to the universe saying, help. And help does come. But you better hope to God it's not that useless stupid trash rooster that doesn't help for shit. Pray that instead the Giga Chad Panda will come to your aid and obliterate everything with his big ass laser and finish the level for you. Then rinse and repeat until you beat the game. Or at least I assume that's the case, because I didn't finish it because I got bored and the oppressive screen wobble nearly killed me. It's a cool idea to do an updated version of Space Invaders with a new aesthetic. I like the vibes, was a little less sure on the stolen images from Blade Runner, and the screen shake was definitely too much for me. Rip. Cool little game though. So this was a bit of a different video from me. Normally I just do devlogs on my own game and wish this on Steam. What did you think of this format? Should I do it again? Do you have any other things you would want to see from me? Either way, remember to subscribe or I'll get run over by my neighbor Greg because he thinks I'm not cool enough because I don't have enough subscribers yet. Ugh, Greg.